the Labour Party's been listening, and they've come out pretty hard nuts today with National's war on women. Maybe not their words, but their intimation. Have a listen.
Labour's campaign manager has compared a New Zealand governed by National to the dystopian novel and TV show The Handmaid's Tale.
It came after National confirmed it would reinstate prescription fees for most people needing contraception if it's elected. Here's political reporter Amelia Wade.
Want to say as well, I forget her name. It's not Nicola Willis. Anyway, National MP here. Or maybe it is Nicola Willis. No, it is Nicola Willis. Shakespeare talks about methinks the lady doth protesteth too much. Really interesting that the response from this is not a man, but it's Nicola Willis, I think, from memory. And it is really interesting to see how aggressively she's pushing back on this, because methinks the woman doth protesteth too much.
The fictional Republic of Gilead with its handmaids is not a nice place for women.
My name is Offred. I had another name.
It is hardly Aotearoa, but that didn't stop Labour's campaign chair from comparing the two in a tweet.
This is about a government that has got down into the gutter and is getting into completely ridiculous, baseless attacks.
So I think that is a meme of pearl clutching, the dictionary definition of pearl clutching. You know, I think that whether true or not, it is exactly, when we talk about the political game here a lot, it's exactly what the political game will do. We talked a little bit last week, and perhaps I've mentioned Ron DeSantis already tonight. Perhaps it says one of the jobs of the politician in the political party is not to give your opposition fodder. As soon as they did this, they gave their opposition, being the Labour Party, fodder. And the response from Nicola Willis, in my opinion, is just like one of outrage, when actually, even though it may not be a fair comparison because it's an extreme, you can see how the Labour Party has got there in their advertising, Chewy.
Yep.
You know,
absolutely.
Women need the pill, need contraception. We'll give it to them for free. You guys are going to not it's not that they're going to charge you for it. It's that you're going to take away their free prescription and recharge them. No matter how you spin it, you can see how Labour can get there in an advertising campaign. That response, there's another one as well from Nicola Willis, is, I'll say again, doth protesteth too much. Probably because it's a pretty good attack from Labour. It's pretty good.
Well,
hyperbole.
Sorry, mate, go.
Oh, I was just going to, they left themselves wide open to it.
Well, especially when you've got a leader, who is questioned over his thoughts around abortion, who has compared abortion to murder, and you know the Western world is looking to America after Roe versus Wade, going, what's it possible to happen here? Now, I'm not saying any of that's going to happen, but when you add all of those things up, it's actually really easy to see this as a slam dunk attack campaign from Labour. And the response there, I know she can't go, yeah, they got us, which would be ridiculous, but it was just a little bit too in the gutter. Like National's not going to be in the gutter in the next, 18, 20 weeks. What?
Is kicked off because Labour's making all prescriptions free from next month. But National said it would reinstate the $5 fee if elected, but include carve-outs for retirees and low-income Kiwis. But not for most people needing contraception, though. They'd have to pay as they now do.
The current entitlements that women have to contraception are really important, and we are not proposing to change them in any way.
And boy, oh boy, did Labour pile on.
The 1950s calls when they want their National Party back.
Not only did Megan Woods
it's a good attack.
Handmaid's Tale gif in response, 2 attack ads were launched against the Nats.
No attacking, it's just good for New Zealanders to see what's going on in this little place here, election year.
A Labour email begging for donations went out, claiming National would increase fees for people who need contraception.
This is a complete smear campaign from the Labour Party.
In fact, the Nats say that.
Yeah, okay, so the next question for Mr. Luxon is, what exactly is the smear? Like, just quantify, just nail down what the smear is. The smear is what? That you're going to have women pay for their contraception again, or that you don't like the comparison to a dystopian future where women are treated as secondhand citizens? What's the actual smear? Just to be clear.
Actually looking at improving access to long-term contraception like IUDs and injections.
Did you go too far?
No, I didn't.
Christopher Luxon should have been prepared for this contraceptive landmine
Exactly.
laid by Labor in the budget. They see Luxon's personal stance on abortion as a weakness with women, so they leapt at the chance for another reproductive rights crack. But their hyperbole is an own goal. If Labor's Handmaid outrage is to be believed, why has it taken them 6 years to remove the prescription fee? Amelia?
Completely fair question back.
That is very fair, actually.
Yeah, of course. But the thing is, this is about narrative, and Labor is winning the narrative, saying, see that white, wealthy, man who doesn't believe you should have autonomy over your body. Well, we want to help you get contraception, even though it's 6 years too late. He wants to take our help for you and take it away from you. And look, there are people in the chat saying it. Yeah, like Simon says here, that National walked straight into it. Of course. Yeah. I mean, lucky coincidence perhaps as to what was actually planned. But God, if this was actually a plan, like if this was actually someone came up in the back room and says, we'll do this, they'll do that, then it's like a playing 3-layer chess. I doubt that. I doubt that's the case. I think they probably walked into it.
It seems like New Zealand politics via Wile E. Coyote. Like Labor, and it does look like this. They set up a trap, and Luxon charged headfirst into it, and now they're all reacting to it. It very much feels like a set piece to me. That Labor had so much ready to go the moment that National bit. And it comes back to the fact that Luxon is not a great political operator. He's an amateur. And also all the people behind him seem to be amateurs, that they couldn't see this as a potential, if we do this, then this happens.
Yeah. How do you respond? How do you feel? And I might play it again. I just find it where it is. How do you feel about the response from Nicola Willis? Let's play it. And let's just play the first comment again, because as I said, to me, this is a meme for the dictionary definition of pearl clutching.
It's about a government that has got down into the gutter and is getting into completely ridiculous, baseless attacks.
But are they? Yeah. Look, I'll agree. It's obviously it's an exaggeration. It's a drawing a conclusion that if they go here, then here's the worst case scenario. Well, agree with all of that. But baseless? Baseless means there's no way of connecting those dots to the worst case scenario. I think they can connect those dots to the worst case scenario. I don't think National will go to the worst case scenario myself, obviously. But as an attack campaign, as an attack ad, as a series of ads to say, careful, this is where it could go. Careful, Auckland, if you hire this mayor, when he starts to shut down media outlets and not allow them to get the press out there, then what? No, he will never do that. He'll never. You know what I mean? Like at the extreme, then you've got it's America where Trump will only talk to 3 channels. That's the extreme of what Wayne Brown's doing right now. So you can go, this is their policy, this is what they're doing. What would the extreme be? It's not baseless. There is literally a base to it, because a base is the most simple foundation. So there is actually a literal base to it.
Yeah, I think as far as Nicola Willis's reaction there, if you see her normally talking, normally responding to the press, she does not speak like this.
Yeah.
Like overemphasis of what I'm saying is very much seems like a performance to me. And if again, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. If you want to talk about smear campaigns, you can turn around to some of her MPs and have a look at see how their social media is going. There's Simon O'Connor. And what their statements are. Like the thing is, they've sprung a trap and now they're lashing out because they've been caught in it and they look like prats.
There's a comment in the chat that says, how's this pearl clutching? Let me do it this way, yeah? I'm going to take my headphones off for this because I'll do it this way. This is what pearl clutching is, right? This is what pearl clutching is. When someone goes, oh, I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they're so mean. They're so mean. That's such a mean thing to say. Oh, my head. Oh, my pearls. That's what pearl clutching is, yeah? And that's exactly what she did when they were talking about gutter, going straight to the gutter. It's absolutely what it is. It's a complete correct analogy as to what it was, because that's what she did. I can't believe they'd be so dirty. What?
Yeah, it's not even the gutter. It's just like, look, here's this guy that said some really sketchy things about abortion, and now he's doing something with contraception. It's a straight line. It's not the gutter.
Yeah.
It's on a silver platter on a fucking table in clear view of everyone.